Oh, hello there. My name's Matias. Happy Thanksgiving. So glad you could join me. Oh, today I thought I would talk about a few things, but at the top of the mind, obviously, is thankfulness, gratitude. With the Thanksgiving holiday, um, you know, it's time to give thanks, right? And it's funny because I remember, as a kid, our parents would herd us into the car and uh, take us on a long drive to see grandma, and we would go down and I remember year after year after year, grandma and her best friend would have this just family, friends, Thanksgiving. They would bake these huge trays, just huge trays of stuffing, and oh my goodness, it was great. Um, I also really hated it, to be perfectly honest. I mean, as a teenager in particular, I wanted nothing to do with being social. I wanted nothing to do with family. Um, you know, I I wanted to go. Here's the thing: this event took place at a park. She would rent this space, and maybe it wasn't always that way, but that's what I remember mostly. And she would rent this space in this park, and I would wander off and just be like off in the park, like, you know what I mean? Like we drove an hour and a half, 2 hours to get there, whatever the case was, and we're there for like 5, 6, 7 hours, whatever the case was, and as a teenager, I just wanted to be away, not there. But it's funny, even despite not being present at the time, I those are cherished memories for me. Well, I don't want to say I enjoyed it, but it had an impression on me. There were good moments, right? There were good memories, and there were things that came out of that um, that stuck with me, right? But I remember, we would always go around the table and everyone would say something they're thankful for. And for me, in thinking about this and really mulling this over these last few days with the major changes in my own life, um, it kind of goes hand in hand. It's just right there because one of the big components, one of the big keys that, uh, that I've become aware of is gratitude. Gratitude, right? And gratitude is a loop. Thankfulness is a loop. The more thankful you are, the more you'll have to be thankful for. That's something that I have discovered I've discovered it. I discovered it like Columbus discovered America. Okay. It was already there. And I was just like, I'm going to put a flag here. Okay, cool. Right. But something I've become aware of, and that is, like I say, that gratitude is incredibly powerful. Oh, it's so powerful. Um, and being thankful uh, to divine providence, to God, to some people would say the universe, but having that thankful attitude and counting the things that that you do feel blessed for, super important, critical. I every morning I do this gratitude journaling, and I go in and I this is just in the morning before I'm doing anything else. Although I have been doing it after my workout lately because I find that it's easier to do when I'm like more awake. But the gratitude journaling, oh my gosh, so important. Writing down the things that I'm grateful for. And some of them, uh, things that I am grateful for that don't exist yet, right? Like the millions of dollars that I have no access to, but whatever the case may be, right? Oh, I think I've probably said that 5 times now. Fun times. I was just watching a show on public speaking, and this guy was, and this isn't new information for me. I've always been so terrible at, well, I should say, in the past, I was incredibly self-conscious of my ability to talk to people and talk in front of groups and all of that stuff. And I identified that as an area where I had opportunity to grow. And I wanted to grow, right? I've, even through some of the challenges and setbacks that I've put myself through, I've always wanted to improve, to excel, to be better, right? Be better tomorrow than you are today. And I forgot where I was going with that. Bah. But anyways, gratitude journaling, super important. Write down the stuff you're thankful for, even the stuff that you don't have access to yet, right? You know, good example is, you know, my wife and I have been looking to buy a house. I don't know why. This is like the worst possible market to buy a house. Not only that, but I just quit my job like a week ago. So, fun. Yeah, no, and I don't know if you saw the post where I mentioned it, but I saw this quote. I was doing some more research for my book, and I saw this quote in Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, 1937, 1936. Anyways, I'll put in the comments which it is. Anyways, so I saw this quote in there, and it blew my mind because he was talking about this guy, Edwin C. Barnes, right? No relation, right? My name's Matias Barnes, same last name. But this guy was like, he was obsessed. He had this goal. He had this unquenching desire. He was like, I am going to be a business partner with Thomas Edison. I'm going to do it. And Thomas Edison was already a guy, right? He was already established. He had things going on. He had people that worked for him. They were already cranking out things. You know, it was an invention house. So they were always cranking out inventions like, let's make one of these and one of those. Let's make it happen. You know, oh, can we do something with this? Will somebody buy it? Right? And this guy, Edwin, he was just like gung-ho on this. He was just about it. He was excited. He was going to work with Edison no matter what. And, you know, anyways, this quote jumped out at me. And basically, he was talking about, I'll burn every bridge. I will, you know, won't turn back. I will persevere. I will move forward. And I don't have the exact quote in front of me. But it was powerful. And what was really powerful about it was the way that Napoleon goes, you know, sort of explains it as like, hey, you know, he left himself no out. He forced himself to succeed. And I think without really intending to do that, I have done the same. And at first, I wasn't sure what it meant and what I was supposed to do with it and how I was supposed to go. But it's become ultimately super clear to me that, you know, I need to write my book. And I'm, you know, yesterday I think I hit 13% or something in my first draft, which is great. And if you're wondering how can I know that I'm 13% done with my book, Matias, that's ridiculous. Quite simple, because I am targeting 30,000 words. Based on my research, that is the perfect number of words for the genre that I'm writing. So I am going to just do exactly what's the best. If I was making a song to play on the radio, it would be 3 minutes and 32 seconds or whatever the magical number is. Same thing, right? You know, I'm writing a book to help you. Yeah, but it has to be digestible too, right? And if it goes much over that threshold, then it starts to get into the world of just too much to swallow, right? Too much information. As it is, I'm already working to fluff it out and to you know, to add reinforcement, right? Because it's nice for me to say, hey, here's an idea from here. This is a good idea. But if I only tell you about an idea once and I don't repeat it a bunch of times and use a bunch of embedded commands in order to just drill it home, how effective is it going to be, right? Because the book has to be two-part. It has to be, one, instructional, but also it has to be an example. I don't know. That's just kind of what I'm thinking right now. So, Thanksgiving, gratitude, right? The gratitude is so important. What are you thankful for? What are you grateful for? You know, for me, I am super grateful for my health. You know, whatever physical ailments I have are not even worth complaining about. so you won't hear about that. Um, I am so thankful for family. Oh, my wife is the best. She is the best. If you're watching this, and she's probably not because she doesn't particularly care for this type of content, um, I love you, Lisa. Anyways, maybe I'll just clip that out and send it to you in a text or something. But yeah, I'm thankful for family. I've got two great kids. They're basically adults. I can't even call them kids anymore. Bentley just turned 20 this month. So, and man, he is so smart. He's so smart, and he is wickedly observant. Amazing. 20 years old. Can hardly believe it. And and then Gianna's almost an adult by Western standards, modern Western standards anyway. Oh, we just hit my birthday time. If you watch this 11 minutes and 2 seconds in, you are amazing. Thank you very much for watching me just ramble on about nothing, because while it pleases me greatly to do this, I don't know why anyone would watch it, but I reckon that it probably will be of interest to someone. And perhaps if you watch this and you're inspired by anything I said, or even if you hated anything I said, I'd love to hear about it. Hit me up, comments, direct message, however that stuff works. I'm on LinkedIn. Yeah, that's right, Matias Barnes. I'm on LinkedIn. Gosh, I've said like 50 or 60 times already in this recording, and it's only like 12 minutes long. That's a lot. Well, I'm thankful. Okay, I'm grateful. I'm super grateful, and I'm grateful for this opportunity, right? I'm grateful for the whirlwind that brought me here. I'm grateful for the book I'm writing. I'm grateful for you for watching this. Probably nobody's even going to watch this until like a year from now or 6 months from now, and they'll be like, oh wow, that guy's cool, let's check him out. And then you'll all be looking at this and like, oh wow, he doesn't look anywhere near as cool back in the past as he looks now, which who even knows what that means. I'm just wearing regular work clothes because this is just what I wear. So I was out running errands in my clothes today. Oh my gosh. So I got to tell you about this. So I went down to this Asian market, H Mart. Maybe they have one where you're at. Maybe you've been there. I love going here. They have the best produce. They have the best, hands down, best produce. Can't find any produce that compares. And if you want a daikon radish, you're not going to find a daikon radish like this at the grocery store. The daikon radish you're going to find at the regular grocery store is going to be like this. It's going to be like this. How are you even going to cut any big chunks out of it? Anyways, regardless, I love daikon radishes, in case you're wondering. Anyways, I went there for produce, and it was funny. I was wearing this, and I swear, like, I got eyeballed hard by a few people, and just mind-blowing, because I'm not used to really interacting with a lot of people. Gosh, people seemed like they were nice to me. It was weird. The old ladies were vibing. They were like, yeah. Dressed nice, shopping in the middle of the day. This guy must be ballin'. I hope they saw this too, because anyways. All right, well, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have the opportunity to spend some quality time with those that you love. If you're not able to be with them, I hope you're able to get a note to those that you love, and just let them know that you're thankful for them, and you hope that their life is blessed. And that's what I hope for you. I hope that, first of all, I'm thankful for you, and then I hope that your life is blessed. So, all right, well, I rambled on now for 14 minutes and 37 seconds. At this point, I guess I wonder if I can just ramble on for a few more seconds and see if I can cross the 15-minute finish line, which I understand is somehow magical in the world of minutes and recordings and things like that. And I think it's important for us to be cognizant of those things and pay attention to the nonsense that spews from our mouths. So once again, I appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. My love.